Well, hello there. Welcome back to another session of Virtual Field Trips, Travels, and Destinations. My name is Beth Gaff, and I am the Systems Manager, Technology Trainer, and Robotics Instructor here at the Peabody Public Library. Every month we do a virtual field trip, travel, or destination, and this month we are going to be exploring. That's right. We're going to be exploring volcanoes, different kinds of volcanoes, how it works, bigger mountains that have eruptions, and everything volcanoes. I learned a lot while I was doing this class, so I can't wait to get started. Let's get started with volcanoes. Well, hello there. Welcome back to another session of our virtual field trips, travels, and destinations here at the Peabody Public Library. Every month we explore something new, and this is posted to our streamed channel. All of our virtual field trips and travels destinations come with some type of lesson plan, activities, and curriculum, so you are able to apply some of what you've learned today into a lesson for those kiddos out there. To this month, we are going to be exploring volcanoes. I should have paid a little bit more attention in school in regards to volcanoes. Therefore, I probably would have known a little bit more about them before I started doing this. So we're going to be learning this today together. So I'm really excited about that. All right, there we go. Okay, so volcanoes are openings in the earth crusts, in the earth's surface. When they are active, they can let ash, gas, and hot magma escape in spectacular eruptions. I love the way that they have included this visual to see a little bit clearer. Where do you find them? So this map is going to represent all the areas that actually have volcanoes. And you can clearly see all the red areas that show that to you. And we do have some here in the United States on our western half. But it looks like they're pretty much throughout the entire Earth. So we're going to see those just about everywhere, really. Volcanoes are usually located where tectonic plates meet. This is especially true for the Pacific Ring of Fire, an area around the Pacific Ocean where over 75% of the volcanoes on Earth are found. So we can kind of see a little bit of an outline there on the Earth's globe of where a lot of these are located. And it looks like it's almost in a circle, if you look, of where those are actually located. The Ring of Fire. So that's what that last picture was. I don't know if I can go back. Let me skip us and go back here. There we go. There we go. So that's what this is called, is that Ring of Fire. And then the next slide is going to tell us a little bit more about the Ring of Fire, or at least where all of that is located. So this shows you this big ring of fire all the way around. They can also form in areas that contain abnormally hot rock inside the earth, known as mantle plumes. These hotspots are found at a number of locations around the globe, with the most notable being in Hawaii. So these are the Hawaiian Islands. While we certainly have some big volcanoes here on Earth, the biggest known volcano in our solar system is actually on Mars. Its name is Olympus Mons, and it measures a whopping 373 miles wide and 13 miles high. Wow. Olympus Mons is 3 times the size of Mount Everest. 3 times the size. Wow. Sorry, it's off the screen there. The softened rock is squeezed by all the rock above it, and it eventually reaches a magma chamber a few miles below the volcanic vent. As the magma enters cooler surroundings, it gets a boost from the buoyancy. As the magma continues rising, falling pressures releases high pressure gas that was trapped inside it, and the volcano explodes. So this kind of gives you an ultimate look at how all of that plays together and works to make a volcano actually erupt. There are openings in the surface of the earth. Hot magma, oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize it was going to change our picture. There we go. Hot magma from the mantle is being turned about under the planet. Eventually, it finds the escape route and explodes through the volcano. Oh, there we go. So that gives you an idea of how it works. Mount St. Helens. On May 18th, 1980, a sleeping giant woke up. The release of pressure over the magma chamber created a glowing cloud of gas, and rock debris blew out of the mountain's face. The blast was so strong that all the trunks of the trees neatly aligned to the north. The area devastated by the direct blast force covered an area of nearly 230 square miles. And there she is. Look at that cloud. Wow. The wonders of nature. Shortly after, a second vertical explosion occurred at the summit of the volcano, sending a mushroom cloud of ash and gases more than 12 miles into the air. The cloud of ash darkened the skies, causing streetlights to come on as far as Spokane, Washington, more than 300 miles away. Ash continued to erupt for more than 9 hours. Ultimately, an estimated 540 million tons of ash drifted up to 2,200 square miles, settling over 7 states. So this just kind of gives you an idea of the Mount St. Helens 1980 ash fallout distribution. So a lot of those higher areas up in the Washington area. But all the way down as far as it looks like Arizona. Before, Mount St. Helens before, after. Wow. So let's flip. Before. So it basically put a huge hole right in the center. Huge hole right in the center. Wow. This was after. So this is the land and how it flattened it out with all the ash. Some of that cloud look. That's insane. That's crazy. Wow. Look how high it is. I'm assuming that's a sign that was in the ground that you could drive up to. Let's see what this is. No sound. But this kind of shows it to you. Imagine the devastation. That's crazy. Lost my PowerPoint. All right, so that is the end of our PowerPoint. But I do have a lot of videos to show you as well. Let me get out of here. I do have a lot of videos to show you as well. But you can actually come in here. Let me get in here. And I'm going to use Google as my search. But I can come in here and search for volcanoes. And it's going to give me a lot of information about volcanoes, why it happens. Here's some facts from National Geographic. I wonder if we can make these bigger. Yes, no. Just lava in between. These are beautiful pictures. Yeah, some of the videos I'm going to show you show how the lightning comes out when this happens. It's crazy. Yeah, this is awesome. Nature at its finest. But it does talk about always something, isn't it? Sure. There we go. No problem. All right, let's go back. Here we go. So this tells you a little bit more about volcanoes. How do they form? This is National Geographic. I'll include this link for you so you're able to kind of go in there. Sorry about
What if I need more coverage?
So that way you're able to get in here and look at some of these. Let's see what this is. Oh, well, we're going to have to watch this for a second. But this is a waterfall one. But this is a waterfall. I'm assuming that pouring into the ocean. Imagine being that boat out there. But this is all lava pouring into...
Look real closely, you get Darwin's next victims right there in the cliff.
This is a waterfall collapsed on New Year's Eve. Wow.
Did you see that part of
That is a lot. These hikers
Really?
are risking their lives standing so close. I believe that. Look at them up there.
They're moving back now.
That's what I was saying. Big crack.
I think they're turning back actually.
Oh, look at that. The explosion went up on the cliff.
Still going. They're just boating near the flow. Wow. Okay. Wow. What was this one up here? This is following, let me get it. So this was following the river's path of destruction. So let's take a look at what this will look like once this commercial is over. It's just fascinating to see all of this. Not sure we will watch the whole thing, but just kind of show you the highlights. I will be including this link so you can go back and watch the whole thing. well, you can definitely watch the rest of that when you get a chance to look at this website. We saw the waterfall one. And it looks like going down further. Okay, so let me go back and we can look at. There are more information on Britannica, the encyclopedia about. So this shows you a little bit more about how it works. And here's that fire ring that we talked about earlier. And this is on the ridge of Mount St. Helens. This is one of those lava flows that we just saw a second ago. This is a cloud of ash from that eruption from 1980 at Mount St. Helens. Everything destroyed. Wet layer of ash. This is a different explosion of a different. This is from space of that Mount Pinatubo. And it might be included in some of the video that you're going to be watching. Very interesting. This is from the Philippines. So that's where that other one was the Philippines as well. This is in Hawaii. Eruption in Indonesia from 1883. It's beautiful pictures. This is in Nicaragua. Tanzania. Philippines. Another Nicaragua. So there's a lot of pictures on here that you can actually go explore. Here's that ring of fire, the Pacific. Global. Earthquake magnitudes. Energy. This is a map of the geothermal system. This is a partially submerged volcano in Russia. This is the one on Mars. So there is a lot of information on here, so you can definitely take a look at that. And again, all I did was go to Google and I just typed it in, and I was able to find a lot of information. So I am going to let some of these videos play that show these different eruptions and give you the history on some of these more iconic volcanoes that are out there. Let's see if I can get it. Here we go. I am going to, this also includes some vocabulary, so if you're not sure, and this is on that National Geographic education, so I will be sharing that with you as well. So thank you so much for being a part of our virtual field trip. Enjoy the rest of it here with all these videos to explain some of these more iconic eruptions that are out there. I will be including your lesson plans and activities, so be sure to follow those links. And I'm always looking for suggestions, so send me an email so I can know what it is that you would like to know more about. But yeah, take a look at all these eruptions.
Portals into the heart of the earth, they burn. bottomless cauldrons fueled by an ancient wrath, bubbling and boiling thousands of miles beneath the surface and just waiting to burst through. Volcanoes are scattered across the planet. About 1,500 active volcanoes can be found across the world, though countless others are on the ocean floor. Most volcanoes, whether on land or underwater, are located where tectonic plates meet. In fact, the Ring of Fire, a path that traces the boundaries between several tectonic plates around the Pacific Ocean, contains about 75% of the planet's volcanoes. There are several types of volcanoes, primarily classified by shape and size. Major types include stratovolcanoes, which often appear as tall, steep mountains; shield volcanoes, which are flatter and dome-shaped; calderas, which are large depressions in the ground; and mid-ocean ridges, which are underwater chains of volcanic mountains. No matter their shape or size, all volcanoes emit gas and molten rock. The journey of these emissions begins deep underground in the Earth's core. The core, which can burn as hot as the surface of the sun, transfers its heat to the surrounding rocky mantle. In doing so, the heat melts some of the rock. This molten rock, or magma, is lighter than the surrounding solid rock layer, so it rises through the mantle. The magma then escapes through vents in the Earth's crust, causing volcanic eruptions. Now above ground, this magma is referred to as lava, and it can reach temperatures of over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. In addition to lava, volcanoes may erupt with searing hot gas formed in the mantle. In a phenomenon called pyroclastic flow, this gas, combined with hot ash, can race down the sides of a volcano as fast as 100 miles per hour, burning everything in its path. To measure and classify eruptions, scientists developed the Volcanic Explosivity Index, or VEI. It considers various factors, such as the volume of lava, gas, and other emissions from the volcano, along with the height of the eruption cloud above the volcano's summit. The VEI scale begins at 0. Each successive measurement increases logarithmically, meaning that each magnitude is 10 times more powerful than the one before it. The VEI scale does not have an upper limit, but the most catastrophic eruptions measured thus far are categorized as VEI 8. These eruptions occurred thousands and millions of years ago. The most destructive volcanic eruption ever witnessed occurred in Indonesia in 1815. Mount Tambora, a large stratovolcano, erupted with a VEI measurement of 7. The blast caused earthquakes, tsunamis, and pyroclastic flows that decimated the land and took tens of thousands of Indonesian lives. The eruption even destroyed the top of Mount Tambora itself, turning the 13,000-foot tall mountain into a 3,640-foot deep caldera. While volcanoes are some of the most destructive forces of nature, they have also helped make life on Earth possible. Volcanic ash provides nutrients to nearby soil, making the land fertile. And lava, when it cools, hardens into rock and creates new landforms. With heat from the heart of the Earth, volcanoes have helped terraform the planet, making it the rich, dynamic landscape we see today.
Volcanoes have helped shape our planet. They provide life, but also can take life away. Here's our list of the top 5 volcano eruptions caught on camera. At number 5, we have Mexico's Popocatépetl volcano, which erupted in 2013. Popocatépetl erupts every few years. Nearby residents have learned to stay well clear of this volcano. Last year, Mount Shindaike erupted in Japan, which covered nearby towns in ash and dust for weeks. Luckily, the volcano is situated on an island, so most of the magma flowed safely into the ocean below. These mountain climbers are certainly lucky to be alive after Mount Kushino Arabajima erupted in Japan. They quickly take cover behind rocks to shield themselves from the elements.
やばいねこれ。下がるもっと。あ、行こう。名古屋行こうみんなじゃあ。どうしましょう。どうしましょう。間に合わない。近づけ。
Costa Rica's Turrialba volcano erupted also last year. No one was reported to have been killed, but nearby airports and facilities had to be shut down for days until the ash subsided. Perhaps the most famous of all volcanoes, Mount St. Helens erupted in 1980. 57 people died in this eruption, making it one of the most deadly volcano eruptions in modern times. Please subscribe for more